And we're back. So we got Anthony Hare on, looks like
Bomberman.
Mono White Bomberman. And then we have Joseph Fitzum. Probably saying that wrong.
On Blue Black Shadow. Joseph is the winner of the
Die roll.
Legacy League trial. So he did get the first round bye. He won playing Maverick
Interesting.
2-3 weeks ago.
Interesting.
I believe so.
It's, you know what they call me, right?
What do they call
They
you?
call me Maverick Senpai.
Why do they call you Maverick Senpai?
I'm the LeBron James of Maverick. Or Michael Jordan, depending on who you ask.
So what do you feel about this matchup? This obviously isn't a traditional matchup.
So
a fringe deck against a kind of fringe deck.
Right. This deck was really popular at the Pro Tour for Legacy. A lot of the pros played it. And everybody had the deck built minus that one Underground C. So it got pretty popular here in Arizona. We're seeing...
So land Thoughtseize.
Right. Take the Chalice, which is a card the deck cannot beat. Don't ask me how I know that.
So we have Lion's Eye Diamond, Lotus Petal, Mox Opal, Monastery Mentor, Cavern of Souls, City of Traders. He takes the Chalice, which would have been a turn 1 Chalice.
Right.
Any way you looked at it. So a very good Thoughtseize for Joseph. Anthony's going to come back.
Another Mentor. So Anthony's 2-0. And I think this deck is... A lot of people don't know like what to do against it. And it's got the Ley Lines. And main deck Canada's. Mentor.
Turn 1 Monastery Mentor.
Seems good.
If you missed that.
Seems good.
So why don't you tell us about the deck a little bit, just because a lot of people aren't going to be familiar with it. Like, what's the deck trying to do?
So
and we have a daze from Joseph. So we're pretty much back to 0.
We're back to 0. So it uses Auriok Salvagers to loop with Lion's Eye Diamond for infinite mana, which usually the old decks had a Pyrite Spell Bomb as part of the loop to keep bringing back. But Walking Ballista just does a better job.
With Walking Ballista, they can play early. They can use it to ping off creatures. It attacks.
And you have Mentor to just keep recurring things.
Yeah, because if you have a Monetary Mentor on the board, that's also an infinite combo.
With Lion's Eye
Infinite
Diamond.
prowess, infinite dudes.
Right. Which is pretty sweet.
He's also playing 3 Karn. And then instead of cantrips like you usually see in the deck, he is playing a lot of Mishra's Baubles and Urza's Baubles.
4 of each.
Just to be able to cycle through his deck as fast as he possibly can. From Joseph's side, he's kind of playing, it looks like a standard blue-black shadow list. Street Wraiths, Hymn to Torox, Ponder, Thoughtseize, 2 Anglers, and 4 Death Shadow. Look like...
There's also 2 Jace, Rinse Prodigy, which I don't know how new that is to the deck.
No Delver of Secrets, though. That's what I was actually kind of interested to see.
So he's all in on Shadow.
There is the Monastery Mentor and 2 0-costing artifacts. So Anthony Hare has a clock.
We're doing it with
And
one card in
It was
hand.
uncounterable, I imagine. With that Force of Will and Joseph's hand not looking very good. Anthony Hare does not have Metalcraft, so he cannot cast the Shadow.
So he's sitting with the Ethersworn Canonist.
Or
in
the
his hand.
Canonist.
Right. Which I'm sure he's got a rougher combo matchup, so that's probably for like Storm and Elves. But also has this awesome mode of attacking for 2. Underground C.
I don't think he played an extra land, right?
Who?
We have chat saying he just played an extra land.
I don't think so.
If he played an extra land, we all missed it. So there's the
He won the
Pyramid.
die roll.
He did win the die roll. He did go first.
And
And there was a daze involved.
true.
I think it's a little more complicated at this point if he played an extra land or not. Anthony Hare's posture kind of states that he's all in at this point.
Right. Anthony's only played 2 lands.
And there's the removal spell.
A hard cast Dismember. Oh no, he paid 2 life, it looks. Paid 2 life? Draw for turn is
take 2.
into Turok. Goodbye cards. Candace and
Candace and
Salvagers.
the Salvagers.
Okay.
There's 2. The beats are on.
What do you draw? A land? Okay.
There's a
okay,
land.
okay. We're doing it. Anything off the top is good.
Sounds like you're rooting for the Bomberman.
I am rooting for Bomberman.
There is Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Interesting card in this matchup, but it does let you rebuy any of the removal spells.
Alright, let's just cycle through your deck.
And it also blocks 1/1s.
Ooh.
There's the attack.
Is he gonna block?
I don't necessarily think he has a way to pump this at instant
He does
speed,
not.
does he?
In fact, he does not. Okay. Go to 8. Is it a land?
It's an I don't know. So Joseph's sitting with a Street Wraith, 2 Force of Wills, and a mystery card in his hand.
It's all bad.
It could be a Karn, but no real way to cast it right now.
True. That card seems hot in this deck.
Card seems hot in this matchup.
Right. Make it 3/3.
And the Streamer block, and the Streamer attackers, and the Streamer blockers.
And just card advantage overall.
So Joseph's deck is light on removal.
Yeah, we looked at 2 Dismember, which he already cast 1.
And that's pretty
is
much
that
it. He does have 2 Reanimate, so I mean, Reanimate on Monastery Mentor would be pretty gas.
That would be sick.
Or the age-old Reanimate, Cycle Street Wraith, Reanimate Street Wraith, but he's at 8 life.
Which is not an option. Thoughts.
So here is the flipped Jace, which it can buy him time. It can flash back the... What is he seeing? It can flash back the Dismember.
Right. Is that what he's gonna do?
Hard cast? Oh, just going
Ponder.
for the Ponder.
We're gonna look for some cards.
What do you think he's looking for? Probably just a win condition. Street Wraith or
Death Shadow.
Death Shadows. Death Shadow would be good in this
Right.
instance. There
Oh,
it
he
is.
found it. 8 minus.
13
it's a-
minus 8.
That's my lucky number.
So we have a Death Shadow.
Oh, Tomb.
Oh, here comes the Karn.
Go to 18.
Into the Force of Will. Into the Force of
Yep.
Will. Okay, so Anthony's living off the top.
It's got double prowess.
He's still going
Attacking
for it.
Jace. Kill
Gotta block
Jace.
1, kill the Jace.
Okay. This is where things get interesting.
Guess at least this way he can't.
Right, he
He's
can't
not
get
just waiting for the Jace to bump up and
Right.
keep flashing back spells. Joseph swinging in
for 6.
for 6.
Go to 12. So Anthony's got a turn, maybe 2. Not looking good though.
I mean, he has the cycle. We know that.
All right.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay.
I mean, he has mana to cast spells now. Take one.
Whoa.
Going
Respect.
big.
Show him respect.
No respect right here.
Untap. Draw.
Anthony intently playing with his dice as he takes another 7, goes to 5.
Cycle Street Wraith.
So Salvager's off the top.
Does it.
Does it.
Ancient Den?
Ah,
Okay. No, he's still got another
he
turn.
has a turn. Salvager's off the top. It's the only thing he can get now. Oh, there's the kill spell.
Psych.
We're
All
going to
right.
game 2.
Let's look at the sideboard.
Okay, game 2. So, looking at the blue-black shadow, there is 3 Flusterstorms, 3 Ratchet Bombs, which all look important, and 3 Surgical Extractions, which can take the Lion's Eye Diamond mid-combo. Which is scary for all these things, scary for Anthony Hare,
True.
as the Ratchet Bombs kill the Chalice of the Voids if it happens. The Flusterstorms keep most of his deck off the board. I can imagine all of those are going to come in.
I don't think
or at least some number of them.
Fluster only hits instant or sorcery, right?
Yeah, okay, so it's Ratchet Bomb and Surgical Extractions are going to be
The main.
probable ins, I would imagine. What do you see out of the Bomberman sideboard?
Definitely, Sanctum Prelate is a strong card on 1. It's just like a creature Chalice of the Void. Ensnaring Bridge it's hard for them to answer because they don't have answers for like you could take up a Ratchet Bomb for 3 turns, but Swords of Plowshare is great in this matchup.
Yeah, Ratchet Bomb, and the Liliana's Last Hope, I would imagine, would be the only 2 things that could get around the Ensnaring Bridge.
The Last Hope?
Yeah.
How's that get around Bridge?
Makes a lot of dudes that are tiny.
Yeah, but he'll have his hand played
Hellbent.
out. He'll be Hellbent.
I'm thinking of just against the Death Shadow.
Right.
He does have 2 Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah, I like the swords and the prelates and the bridges.
What would you name with the Prelates?
1.
1/1 all the time?
Yeah.
Even though
It's just like another Chalice of the Void.
1 would stop it, but his only removal still is 3. With the 3 Dismembers.
True, but 3 doesn't. What does 3 shut off?
3 shuts off Dismember, Liliana, and Toxic Deluge, which he won't bring in.
Right. So I just like prelate on 1 to just no disruption.
It's non-creature, so it's no Brainstorms, no Preordains, no Reanimates, no Ponders, no Thoughtseizes.
Most of the deck.
Most of the deck. Looks like Joseph's considering
A lot of things right
a
now.
lot of things. So we did say 3 Ratchet Bombs and some number of Surgical Extractions could probably come in. But how many cards? And he's bringing out quite a bit more than that. So he's probably also bringing in...
Him, maybe like his. He's on the draw, so maybe. I don't know. I'll be right
I
back
don't know.
though.
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you what he's actually bringing in, but it looks like a lot more than just the 3 Ratchet Bombs, 3 Surgical Extractions. So the Bomberman deck, Anthony Hare has been playing for a while. He's been relatively successful with it. The strength of it comes from just pure speed of the combo and of Chalice of the Void in and of itself. A lot of decks just can't answer Chalice of the Void on 1. And if they can answer that, they probably can't answer a Monastery Mentor and a good number of 1/1 Prowess tokens, especially if he gets Baubles going, just fueling the card draw and letting him see through his deck. The Salvager's Lion's Eye Diamond combo is actually very hard to interact with game 1 when people usually don't have Graveyard Hate. So, and at any point last game, a Salvager's off the top would have been an uncounterable win for the Bomberman deck. But like most non-blue decks, when you're living off the top of your deck, it's really hard to filter through and see exactly what you need to see. You know, blue versus the rest of the world. And Joseph being able to take that Chalice of the Void turn 1 with the Thoughtseize was kind of, the game-defining moment in that he has no answer for it main, so he wouldn't have been able to do the majority of the things that he did. So Anthony Hare is going to snap Mulligan down to 6. Joseph looks at his hand once, looks at it twice. And I'm going to say he's going to keep. Looks like a keepable hand. Looks like I can see a Gurmag Angler in there. And nothing else. Anthony's got the shuffle. Oh, and for SB updates, SB has gone 0-2, losing to Death and Taxes round 2. SPG drop. Are you still playing? Okay. And he is in his round 3 matchup against David Sikowski. Battle of the 0-2 champions. Right front and center in front of the caster's booth. Okay, Hare's going to lead Plains Go. Joseph, with his full hand of cards, is trying to decide how to lead off. Does not. Anthony land Go. Joseph will crack at the end of the turn. We have an Underground Sea. He does.
Your boy is back.
He does have Watery Grapes. He just hasn't been taking the more aggressive approach in bringing his Shocklands into play.
Which I'm not sure what he's playing around.
Do you find that seems weird because it's either an infinite combo or not?
Right.
So I can imagine getting Death Shadow online as fast as possible.
Like the Auriok Salvager beat is not
Not a real thing.
it's not something you're afraid of.
There's the
Wasteland.
Wasteland.
On the cavern. So I'm gonna assume his name is human.
Land off the top. And he has another land in his hand. He has the Double City? Yeah, Double City in his hand and white dudes, it looks like. 2 Sanctum Prelates and Auriok Salvager. Second land a fetch. He could go get his second Underground Sea. He could go get one of his Watery Graves. There's the second Underground Sea. One's kind of confused. Isn't the whole point of the Death Shadow deck
To hurt yourself.
to hurt yourself and play Death Shadow? Okay, 2 mana. I mean, maybe he did just sideboard into a super control-y blue-black list.
It's possible he thought that was a better route.
Takes out the Death Shadows.
I don't think it takes out the shadows.
So we were right. It's 2 Sanctum Prelate, 1 Auriok Salvager, 2 City of Traders.
I'm just gonna take a guess. He's gonna take the Salvager.
Salvager seems like the most castable card, but it still doesn't do anything in this moment.
Right.
He's
Got a
gonna
reader.
He's going to have to read it. I don't think that card's been played since, outside of Vintage, since 5th Dawn.
True. The first Star City Games Invitational was won by Bomberman. I believe it was Bomberman.
No, it wasn't Bomberman. It was the... It was called The Game.
No, Pyrite Spellbomb.
Yeah, it was the green-black Living Wish Lion's Eye Diamond deck that used Gamekeeper.
The Invitational?
Yeah.
Ken Adams?
Yeah.
I thought it was Bomberman.
It might have been Bomberman. I could be wrong. I know one of the first big tournaments of the split was, or I guess back in the day, was won by The Game, which used Dark Rituals to put Gamekeeper into play. You sacrifice that to Cabal Therapy to mill yourself to get a Salvagers into play with the Lion's Eye Diamond in the graveyard.
That could be a possibility.
Here's the Hymn to Torok. Takes land, prelate.
Yeehaw.
So Hare has mana this game. Doesn't have cards. Joseph's looking at a handful of cards. The draw was a Lion's Eye Diamond.
Nice.
There's the
bridge.
Ensnaring Bridge.
Bridge resolves?
Bridge resolve. Bridge does not resolve. Bridge might resolve. Bridge is on the stack. There's the Watery Grave and the -2 life. So if this bridge resolves, the only answers that we really can see are going to be Ratchet Bomb and then winning with a Jace Vryn's Prodigy. It resolves. We have resolution. We have resolution.
Anthony's got to feel good about that.
Anthony's got to be relatively happy that this Gurmag Angler
Right.
isn't
Just
going to
keep
be
those cards out of
isn't
your
going
hand.
to be attacking him anytime soon.
There's the
There's
Ratchet
the
Bomb.
Ratchet Bomb.
He has 3 turns.
He's got 3 turns.
What was the draw? A Lion's Eye Diamond?
He already had Lion's Eye Diamond.
No, another
Lion's
one.
Eye Diamond.
You know what my boy said? Another one. Pass? Why are we keeping cards in our hand?
Because if he draws the Mentor, then it's prowess tokens.
Oh, true. That's why there's 2 of us here.
There is the Ensnaring Bridge. Or Ratchet Bomb up to 1. We did say Ratchet Bomb was a good call.
We did.
We called that.
It was our cult shot.
Hashtag us. So with the Ratchet Bomb in play,
Ratchet Bomb up to 2.
there's not much he can do about it. If Anthony Hare brought in a Sorcerer's Spyglass, he could Spyglass the Ratchet Bomb,
Off the top.
which would be insane.
Oh, a Wasteland. My favorite Magic card.
Wasteland on the Ancient Tomb.
Okay. Seems good with the 2 targets. Draw. Sorcerer's Spyglass. No. What was that? What is it? Mentor. I'm just yelling Magic cards into the microphone. Lion's Eye Diamond. Anthony says make mana. What the what is that?
What is that card?
What is that white card? Seal of Cleansing. Is that what that is?
That could be a Seal of Cleansing.
Again, with this disgraceful art.
Stubborn Denial is what just happened. Up to 3.
Okay, here we go.
I can't believe you actually drew an answer for it, though.
Why? Usually, like Bridge or Blood Moon is just lights out.
No, I'm saying he drew an answer for the.
Oh, he drew an answer
He
for
drew
the
the
answer.
Ensnaring Bridge, yeah. We took the crap Stubborn Denial out of it, but such is life.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Why did he play Lion's Eye Diamond?
I don't know. Oh, to keep cards out of his hand?
That's weird. He wouldn't have had 5 cards in his hand.
True. I don't know.
There's the Jace.
I don't have all the
The
answers.
zombie fish is still coming in. There's the Salvagers.
Oh. Oxopal.
This could be it.
Here we go. Sanctum Prelate.
Oh, he's got the Force of Will. Oh, that's the Sanctum Prelate. I thought he had the
Yeah.
Salvagers.
I think I need 1 here. Brainstorm.
Chat says he could have been playing around days with the Lion's Eye Diamond.
True.
Discard your whole hand.
Yeah.
I guess that would have been game changing though. And to avoid heavy discard. I mean, the Salvagers player typically wants to keep cards in their hand.
Depending on the card. $10-10.
There's 5, 1 turn, 1 draw.
Let's go. Let's do this.
There's the
A
Death
Death Shadow.
So it could be, if he has the Salvagers in his hand, he could just be looking for. Oh, he doesn't have the Salvagers in his hand.
Another bridge.
The Sword Spell.
Oh,
That's big.
that's huge. Kills Shadow as well. Nice top deck, as we say in Arizona.
He always has it.
Oh, loot. Loot.
Loot.
What's it get? What's it get?
The
Thoughtseize?
Thoughtseize does not count as Sword Spell.
Does not stop the top of the deck.
So that will kill the Death Shadow as well.
Discard the Thoughtseize. Play Brainstorm? Play something? Fatal. What the hell is that?
He's gonna dismember his own fish, so he doesn't gain the life. So it kills the.
Oh, that's it.
And that's gonna be it. Well, that is gonna be Joseph Fetsum 2-0 over Anthony Hare. Give us 1 second. We're gonna see if we can get a our backup match on there for you. Or meet you guys before you complain about there being no sound. We're gonna try and get the backup match set up.